Yo, 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 what's up, Parliament? This is Luke with Owls TV. Thank you for coming to watch this channel. If it's your first time, if it's your 100th time, thank you very much. The likes, the subscribes really help the channel. If you find this informative, funny, good, you want to keep coming back, please like and subscribe. We're nearly at 1,000 followers. 1,000 followers, we get the live, and we can start doing these questions and answers live. So right now, we're going to go back through some of the questions and answers you've had. Some of the questions you've had, I'm going to answer the questions for you. So we're going back for over this month. So basically, Joe West in our hemp decortication video was saying... let me see here. What did he say? I'm here for you, Luke. It looks like I made the first comment and the first to give you a thumbs up at least. I'm right by your side. Always appreciate it, Joe. And he also added, why doesn't the rest of the review team watch your videos? I don't know, Joe. I think they should all be watching the videos. I think they just, I think they all are. Maybe they aren't commenting as much as you are, but we appreciate all of the views that anybody gives us, and we always appreciate the comments. So thank you, Joe, for always being a part of it, and thank you for being a part of the review team. We talked a little bit about magic mushrooms, and Roderick Colbert said he loves mushrooms, and he plans to move to Oregon to join the movement. So, I mean... mushrooms are 100% like here to stay. Back in Ireland, the first mushrooms I ever tried were actually legally, well, I suppose it was illegally purchased because I got a friend to do it, but was purchased from a store in Ireland, and it was quite the experience. And then, long story short is someone threw themselves off a building after drinking a liter of vodka and some mushrooms. Of course, the mushrooms got blamed, and so it was banned. But yeah, I mean, I used to go picking mushrooms in Ireland. It was. I think mushrooms are definitely here to stay and will really help a lot of people with unlocking some of the traumas, some of the pains, some of the suffering they've been through. And that can honestly happen in a very, very small amount of time. Like we're talking like a weekend versus like years and years of treatment. So if you're feeling passionate about that, definitely go for it. Holy Wrath commented on our fastest moving video right now, which is our THCO Delta 10 THCP. And he said, I like this format. I think informing people is hot right now and it's good content. Thank you. You know, it's like we're trying to, this is our big, that was one of our biggest videos. We're really now just trying to focus on education and informing people because there's just so much bullshit out there. It's really unfortunate just the amount of lies that is happening. So, okay, it said, and he said, oh, Holy Wrath also said, I think THCP is resetting a person's cannabinoid system, and that takes like 1.5 to 3 days to fully process. Yeah, I still need to dive into THCP. I haven't had the opportunity to do so yet, but that is something that we're definitely going to do. James Saunier said, keep moving, keep growing, keep focused on making a difference. Appreciate it, James, as always. Let's see what we got here. Okay, then another commenter, Gamers Cube, was saying, what's this? I hear they're going to make DA federally illegal, and the DEA says it's schedulally controlled substance, even though the interim period of investigation is over. Can you shed some light on this? Yeah, so actually I need to do a whole video on that. Basically, if in fact we've had a complete U-turn. The DEA actually came out and said that Delta 8 is 100% legal as long as it's derived from hemp. They clarified that any synthetic cannabinoids that they were talking about are not derived from hemp. So when we're talking about this, I mean, it's huge. Absolutely huge. And so I'm not really too concerned. I mean, when the time comes, the time comes. But I think for right now, it's a wonderful time to be alive, and it's amazing that we can get these cannabinoids that are really helping a lot of people. And I think that the hemp industry itself has really shown us the amount of other cannabinoids that are out there, whereas before with marijuana, it was just really focusing on delta-9, and I think there's far more to this cannabis plant than just the delta-9 content. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so we're going on. So another hot video is our delta-10 is snake oil, and then we just did a follow-up to that. Well, basically we have so somebody basically said here, Ryan Lowry said, it's legal and it's in stores where I'm at. I definitely get high from Delta-10 from the Delta Extract brand. Personally, I prefer it over Delta-8. So people often say this, right? Like, oh, I prefer it to Delta-8. I prefer it like this. It doesn't do anything by itself. Right, so what you're actually referring to is that you like a low potency Delta-8 cartridge, right? Which would be the same thing as saying you want a cartridge that's like 60% CBD and you want the rest to be Delta-8. And so to each their own, but when you're looking at a cartridge, look at the packaging and read the test results if there is any. And what I'm going to say is that you will see that your cartridge has Delta-8 in it. It's not pure Delta-10. There's literally no cartridges that are pure Delta-10. Even though some of them, like I pointed out, that said that they're like 95% Delta-10, that's bullshit. So, yeah, I mean, power to you. But as I said, Delta-10 doesn't actually do anything. So, okay, let's see. What else do we got here? Okay, Miss Tammy, so Miss Tammy commented on our video, the Passer Gas video. It's looking for moon rocks. When will they be available? It's important to have good quality, potent products. We have just been backed up considerably with all of our just labels and too many new products coming out. Luckily, we've brought someone on for marketing now, and they are handling all the labels. And so originally it was me, and I was the cause of it all, and just it was too much. So now we actually have a system in place. The moon rocks will be dropping first. We'll have them in ounces as well as single grams. And once those labels come in, everything's packaged. We just need the labels to come in. Once the labels come in, we're good to go. Then it will be then the blunts and pre-rolls will be back in stock after that. And then we'll have to see what else is coming. Okay, so, another comment about Delta-10. I've had Delta-10 carts. It is mainly a head high and nothing more. More mild than Delta-8. THCP and THCO are stronger than Delta-9, and they actually work better with less than you would need. So again, right, when people talk about this, right, it's like people say, I've had Delta-10 carts, and honestly, this sort of it's just a similar thing that I keep seeing here, is that like it doesn't have as strong of effect. Well, really what you're talking about here is that you literally are putting the equivalent of CBD in your Delta-8 cart, and because it says Delta on it, you think that it's doing something, and it's a placebo effect, but it's not doing anything. You're just paying a premium, and the people who are wise and they read the packaging and they test the products, you will see that what you're actually buying is literally like a 30 to 40% Delta-8 cart. And I don't know why anybody would do that. Let me see here. Mistakes help you learn. I was just talking about making mistakes in one of these videos, and just really trying to do my best here. And with the whole Owls team, it's like, look, mistakes happen all the time, and we often hate ourselves and often get all stuffed up about it. At the end of the day, mistakes are great. Mistakes help you learn. Mistakes help you be successful. And so in this video, in this one, Misty commented, this is why I want to purchase all Delta-8 products and hemp products from this company, because you can trust Luke and the Owls company. I'm done buying products, using them and not even having test results. I appreciate it, Misty. Yeah, Lady Scarface was talking about negative self-talk is very destructive. If you truly believe you're going to fail, then you've already failed. Mindset is everything. Your mindset, it's mind over matter. There's so many important things that you need to check yourself about how you go about your day. And when you're starting to have things go against you, your mind is going to be the thing that breaks you. So always try to do your best to have, your good mindset here. And then let's see. So talking about Delta 8 in Texas. So James St. John said they just banned it. I literally came back from a local store. They pulled all of their products off the shelves earlier today. Well, the good news is it's legal again. So I often don't get too worked up about all this stuff, because sometimes it's like the amount of times it's been legal, it's not illegal. We just always got to be patient. You got to wait and see. Dylan Unru was talking on a THCO. I couldn't figure out what the hell to say was a less viscous, but it's actually called non-viscous is the word he was talking about. Oh yeah, in the Kyrgyz video, James Myers just talking about the fact that he was in a serious incident in a car, and that you always need to wear your seatbelt. Always wear your seatbelt, everybody. We've got John Martin is saying that THCO is one of the best pain relievers. So I think THCO needs to be eaten, not vaped. And I haven't had the opportunity to really try it yet. I should really do it and actually give you some good R&D, because I would say right now, HHC is probably the top new cannabinoid, followed by THCO. And I think a lot of the time it just comes back to people not realizing that there needs to be more research done and more information. And just like we're seeing with Delta 10, it's like people want to buy it because it's new, but then they don't really understand why they're using something, and then they're just getting ripped off. So I just don't want that to happen for any of you. And then Cameron Padella Flores, back in our THCO video, our top video, just saying, I really enjoyed the knowledge you shared. Thanks, man. Have a good day. Yeah, so thank you for the comments, right? Thank you for letting us know, because we didn't know what the hell we were doing starting this off. I mean, if you look at the start of our videos to where we are now, it's like we've just been looking to see what is it that people want to watch? How do we do this? And so now we're getting to the point where we actually have a very good understanding of what you all need, and it just means that more and more research has to be done so that we can give you more and more information about what you're consuming, what you're smoking, and what not to smoke. Said, let's talk about the thing. James Sommer said, it's my decision or your decision or our decision, but I'll be damned if it's their decision. Well said, James. Sledgehammer, is it safe? I don't know what this guy's talking about. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Here's another one. JP commented on, man, call me old-fashioned, but all these Frankenstein cannabinoids freak me out. It seems like any time man tries to process or purify nature, it just comes problems. I don't know. I'm just not sold yet. Absolutely. I would not be. That's what I'm trying to explain to people, right? It's like, look, a lot of these compounds are new. I'm sure you all had the bath salts, right? And this is sort of like a similar thing to the bath salts, and it's only going to end poorly if people don't respect what they put in their bodies, check out the ingredients, do research on it, and not be like, oh my god, that says Delta, I wonder what shiny thing this is over here. And it's like, well, we don't know anything about that. You want to try this one? You want to be the guinea pig? And so I'll certainly be the guinea pig for all of you, but I am not, luckily, because I can get purified compounds, and I'm not going to I literally wouldn't buy any products from majority of businesses, perfectly honest with you. Majority of them don't make their own oil. Majority of them don't even make their own products. And majority of them don't have adequate test results. So, it's a little bit like playing Russian roulette when you go into some of these places. So I'm totally in agreement with you, JP. And then retail therapy with Stacy Lynn. I was talking about the THCO review and said, I unfortunately just got a headache, so I'll just stick with Delta 8. Yeah, it's honestly, I don't think, I just don't think that there's I don't even think it should be vaped, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think it should be vaped. It should be eaten. It's when you think about pro-drugs, and pro-drugs are drugs that can get into the bloodstream quickly and get across the blood-brain barrier, we're not vaping them. Like, think about like what pharmaceutical companies have released products that you're dabbing or vaping. None. Why? Because you can just eat it and it quickly goes into your bloodstream. So when we're talking about let's put it in a vape card, I'm always skeptical about that. And even when I used the D8 THCO, again, I asked myself the question, why would somebody use this over Delta 8? Like, if you love Delta 8, it's like, why would you switch to something different? You've already switched from Delta 9 to Delta 8. Like, it doesn't really seem to make much sense for me why someone would make the switch. Oh, we're actually getting a few here on the THCO review. It makes me, I feel good when I see all these comments coming in. Hey boss, we at Bloom have THCO. We also have full panels so you can see the test results. Also, as far as carts, the only thing we do is cut with terpenes, with straight distillate. And let me see here. I don't want to lose where I'm at. Let's see what he said here. Plus the oil is watery. You burn through a cart in 2 days. I did get super blazed the first few times. Plus it gives you the munchies hardcore. Let's see here. So THCO has started to pop up in around my area in vape shops and CBD shops. I've been using D8 for a while, and 3Chi carts are some of the best. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, I give it to 3Chi. 3Chi probably have some of the best carts. They're some of the oldest out there. It's a different product than what we offer, but I would say if you were to go with any brand, it would probably be 3Chi. Let's see, but THCO, at least the brands I've tried, is amazing to me. I first tried Herb Live Resin THCO Disposable. It rocked me like immediately. Definitely much stronger than D8, I can tell you that. Much smoother too. I've also tried their standalone carts, and the liquid is thicker than what you've shown here. It gets me faded, so I don't understand why you don't like it. Well, first of all, it's not thick. It's not thick. So why is it thick? Well, it's probably our good old friend Delta 8's in there, right? Because, like, this is the thing. I want to have some sort of packaging standard, right? If you don't have, if you're saying your card is THCO, but predominantly it's Delta 8, and you should say it's THCO and Delta 8. I'm in agreement with you. It tasted great. In terms of the effects, though, no way did this hit fast. Like, you can see the video I did. I mean, it took a long time, and so much to the point where I was like sort of feeling lucid. Like, this is probably the THCO, but it definitely wasn't something that I was a fan of. I mean, it was all right. It was all right. I'd like to see again. I think long term it would make more sense. I have another here from Chase Murren. This stuff is good the first few times that you build a tolerance. It takes 10 or 15 minutes to set in, similar to what I expected. So you don't need to. So you don't know how many hits you need. I'd rather just buy D8 THC, which is I'm in agreement with. Since THCO is more expensive, it's not really worth the price. In agreement there. Plus the oil is watery, so you burn through a cart in like 2 days. So again, these are all things that I have been seeing as well, and again, so it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, and the other thing is that, like, there's always so many new cannabinoids. Like, if we just keep putting out, here's this shiny object here, here's this one here, here's this here, how the hell are you meant to keep up? How are you meant to know what product there is? Like, we've really stuck to Delta 8 because, like, we're still bringing out wonderful products from Delta 8. If we were to start saying, well, hey, we do Delta 10, we do all of this stuff, it just becomes all over the place. And so we're not willing to do that. Oh, loving it. Sorry. So yeah, I did retweet Charlie Davenport here. So if you're not on Twister, not Twister, you should definitely go over there and check us out. But there's this company who's doing this thing with Blazed Cats. If you know much about NFTs, Blazed Cats have done a bunch of donations. I'm not going to get into the NFT space right now; it's too much. But I will say that we're trying to get on all channels, and Twitter is definitely good for like anything crypto related, NFTs, Bitcoin, anything crypto is really good. And we're also going to try to improve just like up-to-date things like websites up, websites down, new products are being released, here's the drop, all of that stuff will be on Twitter. And oh yeah, so just this comment here is talking about THCO, and basically yeah, so basically the catalyst, same sort of catalyst that is used is the same catalyst that's used for turning morphine into heroin. So that's just some food for thought for you about how this works. It just increases the bioavailability in the way that it crosses the blood-brain barrier. And I'm nearly done. I mean, I need to improve this process or do more of these because we have so many. Okay, so James Sommier was talking about. He just says in the mistakes can help you learn, and he's saying I rarely know what I'm doing. Comedy me is like, love it. Brutally honest is the most beautiful thing a human can wear. The number one reason that I only use owls, it's impossible to be great if you're not willing to make mistakes. Yeah, and look, I really want to do my best to be vulnerable, to give you real information. And by vulnerable, I mean like the fact that I'm going to say stuff that I'm afraid of the fact that people might judge the business, judge me as a CEO, but it's the truth. And so I think right now everyone wants truth, and as opposed to just lies. And so this, like, it's just like, let's be real with one another. So I appreciate that, James. Luke, your D8 carts are out of stock. I tried to buy some platinums and only one flavor's in stock. We're actually completely sold out of platinums. I should actually do a video and just let people know about that. Opposite of viscosity is fluidity. Okay, I appreciate that. I didn't know that. I love when people are giving us a hand here. Okay, let's see. So Misty was commenting. She asked, in your honest opinion, do you think it's unsafe to be currently purchasing any of these various THCO, THCP cartridges now? Do you feel like it's premature? I think that your source is always important, right? So for me, when we're talking about THCO, I mean, right now there isn't test results for it. I think I just saw one. So when everyone says like they're like, oh, this product is tested, we know how potent it is. They don't. So that's more of my issue, is that people are saying that they know what's in their products and they don't know. With THCP, same thing. And people, when they're talking about THCP, it's not really correct. It's like it's 1% THCP, and they're calling like this whole cartridge is THCP. I mean, that's just not the truth. So again, I just want to point out the fact that it's really just about doing your own research and making sure that you're not getting ripped off and you're not buying something because it says like, oh, this is what it is, and then you click on the label, there's no test results, there's no nothing, or in fact what it said was in there is actually very different. That's really my main thing. And of course, making sure that any products that you're consuming have heavy metals tests, solvent tests, pesticide tests. All of those things are important. And if they don't, then, look for someone that does. Okay, so finally, I always love these. And checked out these guys' products and their prices. And they're terribly expensive. People should check out $10cartridge.com. You can get a whole gram cartridge for like $17 right now with cannabis-derived terpenes. Well, doesn't seem like you get value, my friend. And I'll tell you this. I mean, whatever car you drive, I can get it for cheaper. I can get another car. It has wheels, right? It has 4 wheels. You put gas in it, right? What do you mean your Mercedes is $50,000? I can get a Ford for $5,000. You can go down the street and you can pick up a car for less. What a surprise. So, look, to each their own, right? And if you're in a place where you feel that these cartridges are expensive, then these probably just aren't the right carts for you. And there is 100% cheaper options that are... I don't even need to get into it. If you feel like the other cartridges are better value for you, then that's your choice. And if you are on this channel and you get owls and you get the transparency, the security, the renewable, packaging and everything, and if that's meaningful for you, then our carts aren't expensive. But if you're somebody who is a penny pincher, constantly watches what they spend, don't have enough money for products, I mean, of course, there would be other options that would be far better suited. Like if you're not in a position to be concerned about your well-being, then I mean, you got to do what's best for you. I look at our products as being some of the best value products you can buy on the market. So it's just to each their own. There's 100% cheaper products out there. I actually know Jeremy over at $10 Carts, gentleman, and he definitely has a space for a different market than what we offer. And I hope that you find what's best for you. And if you feel that our cartridges are expensive, I got two things for you. Improve your life so that our carts aren't expensive for you, or find another option that's better suited for your dollars. We'll leave it at that, everybody. I can't believe how many comments there are, and I'm going to need to put this into my schedule daily to start getting better at this. I'm honestly blown away. 675 of us Parliament members. Let's go.